Hello. This is Thursday, September 22nd, 2022. First day of fall for 2022. This is a sideshow. I'm Theodore Parker. We're talking about masks when you go out to conduct your business. Around here, the temperature is about 66, feels like 66, going up to 72. Air quality is good. Since we're still dealing with Hispanic Heritage Month, on this day in 1974, in Kinshasa, Zaire, combination of Hispanic groups celebrated for 22nd, 23rd, and the 24th, sponsored by Arizona State on this day. Currently, Lauren London in New York with sons Cameron and Cross for New York Fashion Week. Article had pictures to go with it. So I was just talking about New York Fashion Week a couple of weeks ago. So here it is. I wanted to kind of get into this. This today is going to be like a potpourri of things that was just on my mind that I just thought I would mention. Along with, if you're on Facebook, like, comment, and share. If you're looking from Google/YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. There we go. Mentioning that, since Facebook has Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, to go with everything, I was looking at some of my numbers coming in, specifically related to the show. And according to the reports, I have a 100% response rate. Okay, so I feel good about it. I know it's kind of like in that area which we refer to as Messenger, which for you people that may or may not be familiar, it's like the meet and greet area of coming onto the Facebook page related to the sideshow with Theodore Parker. 100% response rate on that. So, thank you. So after mentioning Lauren London being in New York for the New York Fashion Show with her sons, I wanted to kind of dip back a little bit. You know, I talked about Adam Levine's situation with the Instagram model and all that kind of stuff like that, and her comments about what went on. So I thought I would take a moment and mention all those people who have heterosexual people, the day in which we live, that have successfully maintained their marriage. 25 years, 30 years, 40 years. Hats off to you. Congratulations to you for overlooking the small stuff and concentrating on the big stuff. And I guess more importantly, maintaining the relationship with the person that you say you care about. Congratulations on that. First day of the fall part of the year. We're going to be running into the holidays, so I thought I would leap ahead a little bit and brought back a memory from last year's Christmas shopping. A woman is in line with her daughter, and she's trying to get her mom to buy a Christmas toy. It's only $100. It's only $100. And that was last year. So congratulations to all you parents that are taking care of the needs of your children and try to get prepared for their wants. Feeling good. saw this article on feeling good connected with dopamine and those parts of your brain that promote this feel-good feeling. Some people have kind of misdirected that dopamine feeling and put it on food. So I would advise you to hydrate, to watch your meal intake, because there's another group of people that will tell you that you can get that dopamine feeling from exercise. You're going to run in the rain? You're going out in the heat? You're going out right now? Dopamine in all of its various forms. I kind of dashed over when I mentioned my results on Facebook, which is now referred to as Meta, but I've seen several articles recently related to Meta, related to Mark Zuckerberg, related to results. So, because the stock market has continued to reveal losses for Meta, since there was a brand change name, now down 71 billion, which also changes Mark Zuckerberg's status on the billionaire list. I think he was 153 billion. Now it's like, anyway, it's down 55%. So that puts him at number 20. So another company article was that he had, quote unquote, fired 30 employees using the algorithm method, which I'm not familiar with, just throwing it at me as a phrase. But it could be something as simple as walking to the room or walking to the area of the business and the office and tell everybody to write their name down on a piece of paper and drop it in the hat. And then go to one of those 30 people and tell them to take a name out, and whoever's name is on there is fired. But I think on this last round of the algorithm firing, the employees of Meta were given 30 days, if I'm not mistaken, to find another position at Meta. But this has been used 2 times that I know, and may now be the 3rd time that the algorithm method has been used by Mark Zuckerberg to let employees go. So, there you have it. Just TV surfing, channel surfing, ran across the older episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And it had to do with, amongst other things, Kris having a cigarette in the evening with a glass of wine. So once she mentioned it, or the girls, and at this point in this episode, Kendall and Kylie are like teenagers, around 14 or whatever. And anyway, they all go upstairs and she goes on the patio, and from an upstairs balcony, pours water on her from various devices, and one as big as one of those planter watering things for plants. So she's suitably wet, upset, telling them they done lost their minds, and so forth. So, and then Dad Jenner's in that episode as well. But the point is, what caught my attention was who produced it, Ryan Seacrest. And then alongside him was Elliot Gould. Elliot Gould, if you remember, from George Clooney's series of Oceans 11, 12, 13, and then she jumped on with Oceans 8. Ruben is Elliot Gould. I would not have thought, although it's not, a crime per se, that those two would combine to produce a episode or episodes of the Kardashians, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Donald Trump in New York, besides having a case going on with the special master reviewing it, Attorney General for New York, Letitia James, has finally arrived at a conclusion regarding his activities in New York as to bar him and his family and his organizations from doing business in New York. This is due to numerous and various attempts at fraud. So you name it, almost you got it. Most importantly, in business, inflating the value of property and various business ventures to secure loans. Notably asking $500 for Mar-a-Lago, $500 million for Mar-a-Lago, offering it as a residential community when, according to zoning, that would not be allowed, number one, when actually the value of it would be around $75 million. So you see, this has been recorded at least 200 times, attempts at fraud. So him and his family, his sons, cannot do business in New York. Music again, it's like math. Oh yeah, do your math, get your math done. But math could be anything as from, multiplication tables, addition, division, subtraction, algebra, calculus, trigonometry, whatever. So, music. At 61, iconic jazz trumpeter Wynton Marsalis talks current state of jazz, improv, and role as agent for change. That's an interview. It's chock full of good stuff. I think currently they in New Hampshire. He is in New Hampshire with his orchestra. So, if you want to access that, please do. Took a look back at the Supreme Court decision on abortion and gun control. And I some of the details and motivation behind all that I couldn't really get a grip on it. So we'll start with abortion. And what kind of renewed my investigative thoughts about it was because the person who announced all of this from the Supreme Court, Justice Thomas, is married to Debbie Thomas, who, when I found out about it from looking and following up, is involved in most of the organizations through lobbying that wanted the abortion situation changed. That's the simplest way I can put it. Besides all the stuff that's coming out about Debbie Thomas and her affiliation with Donald Trump and his campaign and January 6th, et cetera, et cetera. So I was trying to bring it down to its simplest element. So with Roe v. Wade, you have a medical reason for abortion and a criminal activity reason for abortion. Okay. So with Roe v. Wade, the abortion was set at 24 weeks. But with the results of the new lobbying, the organizations and change and everything, now it's set at 15 weeks for medical and results of criminal activity reasons. Okay. Now, switching gears, gun control. Now, I was really an advocate for a gun ban and all the rest of the kind of stuff. House has done their job and everything. So the results I see is listen, you don't hear nothing. So as opinionated as I was emotionally, Thomas comes up with, amongst other things related to that is right to carry concealed without a permit. But since then, we've not had any mass shootings since Uvalde. So like it or not, people are still getting shot on an individual basis, but not a mass shooting. So I had to think that over a little bit. So here we are on Thursday, September 22nd, 2022. This is Sideshow. I'm Theodore Parker. First day of fall. That's it. Hashtag.